Hey everybody, Joy here. It's sometime mid-afternoon on Monday, November 9, 2020. And I have again decided that I only like these collar blouses if they're a jacket. So I decided to whip up something to put under my purple jacket. This might be the only one of Peggy Saker's patterns that I've made more than once that I like. I've had to do quite a few changes to it even at that, but I finished the neckline with kind of a strange binding. I made a binding, a bias binding strip, but then I sewed it so it would stick up kind of like you do on a knit shirt because I saw Linda Maynard doing it. Speaking of Linda Maynard, I got an email. Did you all get one? I've gotten it twice. I got it a couple weeks ago, and it was from Craftsy, and it said, "Why don't you become a member? We'll let you do it for $2.47 if you sign up right this very second and you don't wait." And usually it's like $80 a year, and so it was like $2.47. I'm already subscribed. Can you subscribe to Craftsy? I own 150 classes. So I can get on Craftsy and watch my 150 classes, but now you have to have this yearly thing in order to look at the classes if you don't own them. And so I got this thing for $2.47. And so I immediately said, yes, 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 this is who I am, and this is my money, and yes, let me have it. And they said, no, you're not dare allowed to have it. I thought, whatever. So yesterday, I got the same thing again. Sign up for 1 year. Only $2.47, but you must do it immediately. I thought, well, what the heck? I'll try it again. So I tried it again, only this time it worked. So for 1 whole year, I get to watch classes. Now, I won't own them, but I guess I can watch them for that whole year. Right now, I'm watching Angela Walters. And she has this, if you guys are quilters and you're trying to learn how to free motion quilt, I highly recommend it. It's something like 28 days to learn machine quilting, and they're using a sewing machine. And it's something about 28 days in it, and it's Angela Walters, and it's all different teachers. And so far, it's been extremely good. Again, I know how to do all this stuff, but refresher courses are wonderful, and especially when there's lots of teachers, as you often tell me, because every teacher's different. And there's some teachers that just really communicate with your way of learning, and there's others that just leave you confused and lost and hungry. So if you're a quilter, and if you can get that $2.47 thing, hey, see if you can. So anyway, I have been watching Linda Maynard on Craftsy. I already owned this class. But I said, oh, she's got this whole class on finishing necklines. And so I started watching it, and this was one of the ways that she finishes necklines. So that's why I did it that way. This is not a knit, it's all woven, but still you can do that same kind of neckline. Now the sleeves, I just did the usual, make the binding and flip it to the inside. So let's see what it looks like with my jacket. Yeah. Now, because I'm crooked, when I have a blouse on underneath, it always goes downhill. So I have to arrange it. I have to arrange it. So there it is. There it is. Yeah. Now, I had a bunch more of this fabric. Remember, I bought it for a quilt backing. So I had like 5 yards of it. So I've got enough left to make pockets. So now that this is going to be a real jacket in real life, I'm going to put the pockets on it. Wonder if I should put the pockets in this material. Hey. No, I won't, because then I wouldn't be able to wear it with anything else. But hey, I'm really liking this style as a jacket. But you gotta have pockets. Everybody knows you gotta have pockets, because my other pockets are way in here. And I kind of made it longer. I made it a bit longer. I did. What do you think? Okay, I'm probably not going to make a whole video today. I'm probably just going to put this in my next video because I wanted you to be sure and see the one I did about Glenda's SureFit Designs class on November the 15th. If you haven't watched it, it's not the last video, but it's the one before that. I did the SureFit Designs announcement, and then I did the winner of the placemats, Sandy Erickson, and I got her address. So Sandy, your placemats will go to the post office Wednesday because I didn't have your address before Jerry left this morning, okay? So they will go on Wednesday to the post office. I'm going to fold fabric now. I've got half a dozen plus 2 pieces of fabric that's been washed, and I've got more fabric coming from Fabric Mart. Hey, for the longest time, Fabric Mart fabrics did not have any pretty fabrics, in my opinion. But suddenly they have a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm sure it was all the COVID deal. So I have bought, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 or something like that, new pieces. So I want to get all these put away before those show up on my porch, patio, garage, before those show up here at my house. Oh my. Okay, my husband's downstairs resting. He has worked so hard. He completely redid our bathroom. He fixed what was wrong with the tiles, and he went around and he repainted all the baseboards and all of that little thing that they stick on the floor, between the floor and the baseboards. He repainted all of those. He repainted the edges of the molding in there. That bathroom looks brand spanking new. And what else did he do? Oh, he worked all yesterday afternoon because he wanted to make sure it was done right. So, you know, we had somebody come and finally do the bricks. And it was several different places on the house and then the front porch. And so yesterday Jerry did what's called acid washing it. And so he did all the acid washing himself. So he has been a busy boy, but he is hurting today. I don't think the physical therapy helped much. He came home and I said, well, how did it go? He said, fine. I said, well, did you tell him you were hurting? He said, yeah. I said, well, what did they say? They said, well, just tell us if it hurts too much and we'll quit. Oh, such sympathy. I'll be back. This is the next day from the last clip. This is Tuesday, November 10, I think. And I don't have anything to tell you. Just stuff to talk about. So thank goodness you guys like to listen to me talk. I'm a little afraid to tell you what I want to tell you because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I seem to be the queen of hurting people's feelings. And I don't want to do that. But I received this giant box this morning. And I thought, oh, it's my fabric from Fabric Mart. So I brought it in, and it wasn't from Fabric Mart. It was from my friend Becky from Power Tools with Thread. And she has a YouTube channel called Power Tools with Thread. You probably all know her. I've told you about her many times. Her name's Becky Thompson. So, me being the last one to ever find out about anything, I knew absolutely nothing about this box that was coming. I knew it was from Becky. So I opened it up, and the first thing I saw was a little note from Becky that said, to Joy from Becky, to Joy from your friend Becky, or love Becky, or something like that. And then the box went on. And I'm telling you, it was this deep and this wide, and it was packed. Packed! I'll show you a picture of it. I took a picture. Right here's what was in it. Yeah. So, all that stuff, less. At the very top of it, there was an actual personal gift to me from Becky. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. I just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So that part was sky high, happy, happy, happy. But then I kept finding this thing and this thing and that thing and this thing. And of course, I thought Becky sent it all to me. And there was fabric in there. So I took the fabric out, I threw it on the floor in front of the washing machine. I was going, oh, I gotta wash that, and I gotta wash that, and I gotta wash that. And I thought, oh, look, here's a little quilt. I wonder if Becky made this quilt. Wow, that's kind of cute. Why would she send that to me? It's not done or anything. And so I thought, well, let's see what else there is. And there was a notebook, and I just assumed the notebook was empty. It didn't say anything on the cover of it. It was just a notebook. I thought, oh, she sent me a notebook. How nice. There was needles. There was cards. There was information sheets from like needle companies and book companies. There was some stuff in there from Laura Coy. There was some cards that were duplicates of each other. There was a bracelet. There was, it's just thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. And I just thought, why would Becky send me all this stuff? I just couldn't figure it out. And so I think I texted her. I said, what the heck? Why'd you send me all this stuff? And she said, didn't you see the email? I'm like, email? What email? I never got the email. Sometimes my emails don't show up. I don't know why. Jerry has the same problem. And so I couldn't find it. Even today, I thought, well, she sent me an email. Let me find it. I couldn't find it. So I did search Becky Thompson, and it went down, and it found an email from her. Well, the email from her had a link to what's called the traveling case. The traveling quilt case. I think it's called the traveling quilt case. And as I was going through this gigantic box, I kept these little note tags. There was a thing like you tie on a suitcase that you have your name on. And they kept referring to a quilt case. And I kept thinking, well, where's the quilt case? Where's the quilt case? And I kept digging through the box, and I thought, I don't see a quilt case. What quilt case? So anyway, Becky texted me, and she said, look at your email, you dingbat. So the email had a link to the traveling quilt case. I think if you look up the traveling quilt case, you'll find it. And so this lady came up with this idea, and she actually was sending a suitcase. I mean, one of those things with the wheels that you pull. I don't know if she was mailing it. I don't know how she was getting it to other people without mailing it, but I don't think you can mail a suitcase like that without putting it in a box. I watched it, and it didn't say anything about that. So the idea was, you put this stuff in this box, and then you send it to somebody, a quilter. And then that quilter opens up the box, takes out a couple things that she wants, and then she puts a couple things in, and then she sends it on to somebody else. But there's rules this long about what you're supposed to do when you get this box. There's a little quilt block in there, and you're supposed to add borders to it, put it back in the box. You're supposed to write in the journal. I didn't even know anything was in that notebook. And I went, oh. So I decided to open up what I thought was this blank notebook, and it had like 4 pages filled out in it. And I'm like, well, duh, look at that. And then it had this other lady's name in it over and over and over again. And I kept thinking, Becky must have made a mistake. I think she was supposed to send it to this other lady, and she accidentally sent it to me. But I actually had a little note in there from Becky to me, so I knew that was to me. And I thought, oh my gosh, poor Becky, she's so tired. She must have accidentally put my gift in this box, and this box was supposed to go to that other lady. So I'm thinking, I'm going to pack this box back up, and I'm going to send it to that other lady because her name's all over everything. Oh, it took the whole morning to sort that out. So I finally chose, and the way I decided to choose something out of it was I chose the heaviest thing in it, because one lady had paid $36 to mail it, another lady paid $25 to mail it. And the more you put in it, the heavier it gets. So I didn't need anything in the box other than what Becky made me privately that I absolutely love, and I'll show you in a minute. But I didn't need any of the other things. I mean, needles and pins and quilt squares, and there were some charm blocks, and those were really nice. Is that what they're called, those little squares? So it's not that, there weren't nice things in it, but I already have all that stuff. So anyway, once I figured out what we were supposed to do, I decided I'm going to give it to my friend Terry next because I can just walk over there and give it to her. And then I thought when she gets done with it and she takes out of it what she wants and she puts something back in, and like, I'm not adding to that quilt. I don't have time to add to a quilt. I have no idea where it's going or who's going to get it or what they like or what they don't like. I thought that was silly. I'm sorry. But anyway, I didn't add to the quilt. Number one, I didn't even know I was supposed to until I watched the video, and I didn't watch the video till the whole box was packed up again. I came up in my attic, found a box, the biggest box I had. And so I put everything back in there. I added 4 things to it, and I took out the biggest, heaviest piece out of it. Number one, because it wouldn't fit in the box. Number two, it was heavy and it would cost more freight. So, that's my opinion of the traveling quilt case. Okay? I think it should have been done on a much smaller scale, and I think it should have been described much, not described in length, but made easy enough that you could describe it on a postcard, and the postcard would be the very first thing in the top of the box. I mean, I'll take it down to Terry and I'll explain it all to her. And then whatever it cost her to send it to the next person, I'll pay for half the freight. So anyway, that's called the traveling quilt case. So if you get one, at least you'll know what it is. Okay? Oh my goodness. So, you want to see what Becky sent me? This was on the top of the box. I opened the box and this was the first thing that was there, and I just ripped it out and went, oh my God, I love this, I love this, I love this. So thank goodness it wasn't part of the traveling case because it's not traveling anywhere but here. Let me show you what it is. Now, it wasn't together when I got it. The hanger was in a separate package, but Becky actually made this, and I just think it's just wonderful. I love it very, very much. Look at it. She said, you're always saying how your friends just dump you, and I want you to know that I'm going to always be your friend. So, and believe me, Becky knows the real joy. She knows, I just know you on YouTube. My family always says, you're completely different. No, I'm not. That's me. This is me. I'm me. I'm not any different. And Becky loves me anyway. Okay? So, I'm just super, super thrilled. And of course you can this just comes apart on the end, and then you hook your little thing on it and hang it up. I love the size of it. I love the fabric that she chose. I love what it says. And I'm going to hang it. I'm going to hang it. I'm going to hang it. I'm going to hang it, dang it. Let me see. Can I put it there? Maybe I'll put it up there. Maybe I'll put it up there, huh? That would be pretty. That would be pretty. Or I could put it right there. I might could put it right there too. I just love it. I think it's so darling. So she put, I guess this is an embroidery. I'll have to ask Becky, but this must be an embroidery software thing that she owns. I need to get it because I'd love to make one of these for my friend Margaret. I just think that is so pretty. Okay. You know, it's the way you could make a quilt for somebody, but it's so little that, you know, they're able to put it in a small place, hide it in a bedroom, stick it in a closet, whatever. Whereas if you make them a real quilt, some people don't get quilts. And, but I think everybody would get this. I'm a quilter and I could make it. And I still think it's amazing and just the loveliest, loveliest gift. So thank you, Becky. Okay. What else did I want to tell you? You're going to say, what pattern are you wearing? Jerry?
What?
Okay. That was an interruption. I thought my husband was fishing and he was actually coming up the stairs. But guess what he was coming up the stairs with? Another package. This seems to be surprise day for me. This is from Nancy Hurt. Now I remember Nancy Hurt. I remember you. She came to my house when I was selling my house in Edmond, and I met her. She's a real pretty lady, and I cannot imagine what she's sending me. So let me open it up. I don't want to tear anything or break anything. Let me be real careful. Oh good, the bag's tearing open real easy. Oh my goodness, what on earth did she send me? Two things. Oh, oh my goodness. What is this? Game changer. Had to sort through tubs. Had one extra and thought you might want to try it. Oh my gosh, what a brilliant idea. It's some kind of a thing that you hang up. And hello, I have a closet right there. It's some kind of a thing that you hang up, and she's got buttons in it. See all the different buttons? What a cool way. I'm telling you, I just put my buttons in a container yesterday. Just yesterday. I was minimalizing again. And I found this in my attic. And I don't remember what was in it, but I got rid of whatever was in it. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do with this? So I came out here to see if it would fit on my IKEA shelving. And it did. And so I made a label for it. And I put a label called buttons on it. And all my buttons that aren't loose are in this container now. See? So they're all in here, and you just have to shuffle through them. And I still have room to put quite a few more in here. But I also have a container that has a whole bunch of just loose buttons in it. And I wouldn't have them unless there was 4 or 5 of each button. So this might work out perfectly for those. So let's open it up. She sent me a bunch of stuff to put in it too. How sweet. Aren't seamstresses and quilters just the nicest people? Aren't they just the nicest people? Say, well, you're not very nice, Joy. You just complained about that box. The complaint is about how it all was handled and how unclear it was what to do with it. These are pretty. These are so pretty. I wonder if she made this. I guess I'll have to read and see. This is really pretty. Can you see how it's lacy looking? And it's got little pockets. This is wonderful. It's just wonderful. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Oh my gosh, what a great idea. Oh my gosh, you sent me patterns. Let me see what she sent me here. What a fun, fun day. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Dear Joy, when I heard your secretarial story adventure, I found this fabric in my library. What fabric? I don't see any fabric yet. I found this fabric in my library, was going to make a pouch or small bag. I loved shorthand. The trim tidbits are part of a small space in my shop. Sold them on Etsy years ago, and it was such fun. Made so many friends like you are doing now. Thank you for sharing your life and adventures with all of us. Love, Nancy Hurt. Had tons of extra tags and thought you might enjoy them. I use them all the time to label bins and gifts, etc. Have fun. My goodness. My goodness. I guess she makes her own tags. Look at that cute tag. I don't know what fabric she's referring to. I'm such a dork. What did I do? Drop it? All right, now that I've picked up what fell on the floor, I know you all saw it and you're going, Joy, look on the floor, look on the floor, you dingbat. Okay. Oh, there's fabric inside here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What lovely, lovely stuff. It's just trim. That looks like an antique. There's purple, lavender. This is a real pretty green felt trim. Here's a felty one, another felty one. Pretty green rickrack and trim. She sold this in her store. Ooh, these are beautiful buttons. I wish there was about 8 of them. Those are really pretty. Aren't those pretty buttons? I might have to make earrings out of those, Nancy. All right, let's open this up and see the fabric. You want to see the fabric? This is just a day of surprises for me. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's shorthand fabric. It's got shorthand all over it. Why would somebody make fabric with shorthand on it? That is just wild. That is absolutely wild. Does it have all of the letters? Oh my gosh, look at this, Margaret. C, B, it has all of the shorthand words that start with the different letters. I don't see A because A is like just a circle, at, or it's just a T, I think is at and it. I'm not sure about A's. Oh my gosh, how awesome. Careful, yeah, it's just a circle. This is just way too fun. You know, I think you're supposed to cut this up and make a book out of it, is what you're supposed to do. Did y'all ever take shorthand? Look at it. I think that ought to be how everybody writes, is with shorthand, because it's so fast and so easy. The hardest part about shorthand is reading it back. That is really, really interesting. It's called Stenopad. That is just the cutest thing. And so then this, I wonder if this is like a real pattern. Front A or B. It is. It's a whole pattern. It's got the back, and it's a 7, 8, and a 10. It's got the front and the back and the sleeve, and it's a t-shirt pattern that I can actually use. Look at that. What a fun, fun, fun surprise. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I just think this is the cleverest thing ever. I really do. I am going to sort buttons. And what a coincidence. I'm telling you guys. It was just yesterday, I did that button box. Look there. Button duty. Wonder if you can put it on both sides. You can! Oh my gosh, you can use both sides of it. Oh my goodness, that is just the coolest thing. Okay, so now you're going to say, what blouse are you wearing? I'm going to tell you what blouse it is. I think I threw the pattern away because it made me so mad. And you know whose patterns do that? Yes, Silhouette Patterns, Peggy Sager's, and I will tell you why. The picture on the envelope shows a cowl neck with just like a normal 3/4 sleeve or a short sleeve. And that's what I thought I was buying. I opened up the pattern to make it, and the only sleeve in it was this one. This is the strangest sleeve. Look how big it is at the bottom. And you put a buttonhole in it and a button on it, and you button it. And I searched in that pattern for the sleeve that was on the cover. I emailed her, called her or something, and I said, I don't understand this. I said, I need to know where the sleeve is for this pattern, the one that's on the cover. She said, oh, well, it isn't in there. You can just get it off another pattern. Like, what? This is what drives me crazy about her patterns. Anyway, this is the sleeve that was in it. You can see it's way, way big on me. I have to let the sleeve stay down. You know, I don't like long sleeve, but they're just too big in here. I don't know. Maybe I'll fix it someday. Maybe I won't. Anyway, all right. Jerry wants to come back in and fix the stairs. You know, the people screwed up the carpet on the stairs, so they had to take the carpet off the stairs. So Jerry is pulling out all the old nails and the old staples that they just left in there. And that was a week ago yesterday, and we haven't heard anything back about when they're going to come finish our carpet. So, all right, my dear friends, I have buttons to sort. I wanted to show you how I hung up my gift from Becky. And I want you to notice that there's no nails. No nails, no pins, no hooks, no anything. So how did I hang that up? Same with the cotton patch. How did I hang that up? I'm going to show you the coolest product. You all may know about it, but you might not. So I used this product behind this rod. There's a piece of it here, and a piece of it here, and a piece of it here. Let me see if I can see it. See that little white blob right there? And there's one under there, and there's one under there. So there's 3 little white blobs, but you can't see them looking straight at it. There! All right, I got the camera on the tripod so I can show you this stuff. I have no idea what it's called. I'll put a link below if I can find it on Amazon. I'm not sure where I got it, but probably on Amazon. What does it say? It says made in China. Queen ship 96 pieces photography, new, white, made in China. So this is the coolest stuff. It's kind of like silly putty. See, it comes in these little strips. And you have to keep it closed up until you're ready to use it. And so you just tear off a little bit of it. See, right there? I remember my mom and my dad using this when I was growing up. It's like to put behind picture frames to make the picture frame stay straight on the wall. Did I say I was going to show you this Peggy pattern? I think I threw it away, so I can't. See, so you like roll it up and get it moist. I hold my tablecloth on the kitchen table with it. And then you just squish it, and then you just put it behind something. Here, let's stick something to the mirror. Let's stick something up. Let me see. I'm going to put it on this spool of thread. Can you see way over here? And I'm going to stick it on the wall. Look. Ha-ha! So this is it right here. And that'll stay there forever and ever and ever. But it comes off super easy, and it doesn't hurt the wall, and it doesn't hurt whenever you put it on with. See, I can like stick it to the table, and it won't fall off. See? Let's put Benji and Snowball back. You boys get back on your chair. Now, yes, we're on the movie. You need to smile and be friendly. Say hello, everybody. Yeah. We are so excited that we didn't get minimalized. We're still here. We're never getting minimalized because our mama loves us. This is Precious Moments. This is, I don't know what it is. Okay? So this is what it is. It's just a little sticky doololly, and it's wonderful. I've hung up all kinds of stuff with it. Okay, end of insert. Bye for now.